Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Living the Christian Life. Today I'm joined with a very special brother of mine, Brother Raed Safadi, founder of Irvine Arabic Church in Irvine, California.
Yeah,
Brother, tell them about yourself.
yeah. Hi. So I'm Jordanian. Grew up in Jordan and served in Jordan as a pastor, and yeah, left Jordan in 2018 after persecution happened with the government shut down the church and shut down all the facilities that we have there because we reach Muslims and many Muslims came to Christ and put their life, they get baptized, which is in Jordan, this is illegal and you cannot like convert people. So that's why we came to United States and as a family, which is I have four kids. My wife Lana, and I have Akram, 23 years old, David, 16 years old, Rochelle, 12, and Mark, 9 years. Um, so we moved to San Antonio, Texas, serve here in San Antonio, reaching Muslims, which is there is many Afghani Muslims. There is around 6,000 families Afghani live in San Antonio, and they don't speak English. They don't speak even my language, Arabic, um, and it's not allowed for them to go to school in Afghanistan, especially the kids, the girls. They are from Taliban movement, um, and the kids they have a great choice to be here in America. Learn first of all English, be exposed to other the world, all the
Mm-hmm.
world, and also great to be exposed to them and share the gospel with them, the
Mm-hmm.
kids, which is we served among of 300 kids in three different locations to do monthly outreaches among of them and share the gospel with them. In the beginning, all of them, they used to close their ears. Don't talk about Christ. He is Jesus, Allah, not Jesus, Allah, not Jesus. So they don't want to listen. But for uh, after that, they start to hear more, and God blessed us even with some kids. They put their life in the Christ. Five girls, they put their life into Christ and they confessed their sins. It's amazing. But during our ministry in San Antonio, we struggle because there is a few people speak Arabic, which is my mother language. That's why we thought how we can improve our work and mission work more with people that they can understand our heart language. So we thought we've been praying, and God led us to go to Irvine, California. Irvine, California, it's in the southern of California, southern LA. It's in Orange County. It's one of the most expensive cities, and also it's one of the safest cities in all of United States. That's why many even immigrants they would love to live there because they want to feel safe because they don't know a lot about the culture. So, and the education is very high. But at the same time, there is in that city, Irvine, around 10,000 Arabic speakers, people. They never have a church in that area. There is zero churches before we show up, which is 2 months ago only. Can you imagine like 10,000 Arabic speakers? There is no the largest mosque close to us, 17,000 attendants. And there is other mosque, 3,000, with the third one, 2,500 people. It's a great opportunity, a lot of uh, big community there, and at the same time, there is lack of the presence of the church,
Mm-hmm.
which is sad. This is sad thing because we are in the free country like America, the largest um, um, organizations sending missionaries to all over the world from America, and our country unreached. So this is makes us surprised that we need to do something to reach them. That's why we moved there, and by faith we are working there to plant an Arabic church, do some mission work, reaching the kids, the youth, the families, with attractive way, creative ways, just to represent the gospel in front of them and to see how God will work in their lives.
You know, not, every time I hear y'all had to move because y'all had to leave Jordan because you were winning so many souls to Christ, all I can think of is suffer. You're just suffering from success there, brother.
Mm,
It's the Lord is working and moving so wonderfully. You know, one thing I think a lot of people glance over is as this country gets more and more immigrants and a lot of whether they be Spanish speakers, whether they be whether they Arabic speakers, we tend to just kind of glance over them like, oh yeah, yeah, they'll learn the language eventually, and then when they learn the language we can invite them to church. Well, they won't always know the language, they won't always want to learn the language, but now we have brothers and sisters like you out there saying, well, we got to get them to church even
yeah,
if they don't speak our language.
yeah,
And I think that's a wonderful thing. uh you know Islam is very, very dangerous. It Not all practitioners of it are cruel and unjust people, but there's a lot of principles in Islam that
yeah,
are really dangerous
mm,
and really hypocritical. If
yeah,
you know they all hold Muhammad in a high regard, but Muhammad was an awful guy.
mm,
Do you face backlash in here? Did you face backlash here in San Antonio
yeah,
for speaking out against Muhammad?
yeah. So what you say is right, and we want to make a difference between Islam and Muslims.
Hmm.
Islam is the religion, Muslims people. So as a doctrine of Islam, it's about violence. It's all about jihad, fighting, killing, threatening people, put the fear in their life. So this is the doctrine of Islam. Muslims, some of them they follow that, some of them they are not. So some people they are kind, they are good, they are not terrorists, they are not scary people, they are against that. And some of them, which is the people they go to the mosque, they pray, they enter the mosque, they are hateful because they learn from resources, it's bad resources, which is the Quran. So the doctrine is bad. People, some of them, they are victims. They don't know about it. But as a backlash, yeah, of course, we face a lot of challenges and fire back from Muslims in America, here in San Antonio, um, and also we will face it in Irvine. So we are ready for that. It's to preach the gospel. There is a cost always, not only because they are Muslims, but with any people you share the gospel, you will find people rejected you and stop you. Of course, there's different levels from people and reactions, but always there is a risk. And with Muslims, they the problem with them, they got it personal. So when you tell them about Christianity and Jesus is the only way to be saved, and he's the only one, he's God and no other prophets after him,
Hmm.
and they got it personal. So that means like they take it like you curse them, you talk badly about them. So you are talking about thoughts, about beliefs. It's you have the freedom to accept or to reject, right?
Hmm.
But they don't take it like that. They get offended. But in the other side, when they talk to you, they will criticize your faith
Hmm.
from the first time. They will tell you you believe in three gods. Your Bible is corrupted. Jesus never died on the cross. He left it up before. And they will ruin all your doctrine um, with accusations, no proofs, but from the first time, and they don't care.
Hmm.
But when you talk to them, they get offended.
Have you ever heard of, you know what dawa is, right?
Yeah, no.
uh there's this thing spreading around YouTube, more in the trying to convert Muslims, called the Islamic dilemma. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's that the Quran affirms the Bible, in places where the Bible disapproves of and shuts down the Quran. So, like the Quran says the Bible is the book the Jews and Christians are supposed to judge by.
Mm.
Well, if we were to judge by the Bible, that would mean the Quran is false because it says there is no way but Jesus Christ to God.
Mm.
Well, if that's the case, then that would make the Quran false, meaning that Jesus is the only way to heaven. But if the Quran or if the Bible's been corrupted, if the Quran is right, well, you can't, according to the Quran, you can't corrupt the words of Allah. But if the Bible's been corrupted, Islam is false. And so we get into this point where if the Quran is right, Islam is false. If the Quran is wrong, Islam is false. And that is, to me, I don't bring this out a lot because I don't I was taught to be polite. And I don't ever want to just berate and go out there and say your religion is false because of this reason. But a lot of times we as Christians back down from that kind of, you know, what is it called? That kind of opposition. We don't want to be that kind of Christian that's
Mm.
loud and out there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're doing it the same to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
You know, most the term they use is dawahgandist, like a propagandist, because a lot of the stuff that the Dawa teach is not what's written in the Quran. Because if they taught what was written in the Quran, everybody would hate them. Everybody would shut them down because, well, you're wrong and offensive, but you know,
Yeah.
it's only because we're Christians that we get shut down.
Yeah. We want to make a difference between to be polite and kind and the difference between it and between compromising the faith.
Mhm.
We should be kind with people. We need to show love, mercy, forgiveness, of course. But at the same time, we need to do not compromise our faith. I cannot hide my faith and my belief just to win you as a friend, which is unfortunately many Christians, they do that.
Mhm.
Many books, when they talk about how to share the gospel with Muslims, they tell you build the bridges, take time. It's taking time. No, it doesn't take time. This is false. People they talk about time because they want just to win them as friends, as a number, just to say that oh they are surrounding me, because they know once they share clearly the gospel, there is only two choices, no third one. They leave or they believe.
Mhm.
There is nothing else. So, and people scared, as a Christians, we scared from that decision because we don't want them to leave.
Mhm.
So we just wait. But while we are waiting, we compromising. Not to say something wrong against Christianity, but we compromise when we hide the information, the gospel, the message, without telling them that. We should keep saying that with with
Mhm.
kindness, but no compromisation.
There was there's a man on YouTube famous for, if you ever heard of Nabil Qureshi. Uh, for those that don't know, he's a Muslim that became a Christian due to one of his friends in college. Well, that friend from college, his name is David Wood. He has a YouTube channel out there. I can't think of it. I can't think of it. Say for the life of me. But you can look him up. Um, he talks about a lot of people will kind of dance around the issue. They will never straight up attack the source of the problem being the Quran, uh, and they'll just kind of they'll reach out and try to build bridges. But the way he led Nabil to the Lord was he just debate him.
Yeah,
He debate him in a right manner, not in like
yeah,
a violent, angry way. But
yeah,
hey, here's the evidence laid out. Which is why you'll hear a lot of the times, because we live in a modern techno advanced world,
yeah,
you know, the internet is the death of Islam.
yeah.
Because for a long time, in the caliphate, you could just do whatever because nobody could confirm or deny it. But now we have the internet. Now it shouldn't be hard for Christians to go out there and talk and debate with Muslims because we have the answers right in our pockets.
Yeah.
There's not anything that can be hidden out of the Quran now.
Yeah.
That they say you'll need to speak Arabic to understand it. Well, if that's the case, they can't trust any translation online.
No.
It's and it's one thing that it makes me excited now. Now that I I I would say I wouldn't mind being born in the 1800s or being born in Bible times, being a Christian then. But now we have it so much easier because we have that availability. We can go and talk to a Muslim, no problem. We can go and debate them, and we can go and learn, and you know we don't have to be rude or be out and just not being bold. We got to be bold, but not brash or hateful towards them because we have all the answers. We don't have to act like we don't have an answer and just kind of bully them into our way of thinking. We can go out there and we can answer their questions now.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. And I am glad there are people like you who said, America sends out missionaries all the time, but there's not a single missionary to America. There aren't many people that go to America.
Yeah, there is, but a few.
Yeah,
We need more.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful thing to be able to sit and converse with people who from all over the world that want to share the gospel with other people.
Amen.
Now, you, I will, because I'm certain you'll take donations. I will have Pastor. He's the one that edits the videos. Hi, Pastor. In case y'all haven't figured that out yet, I will have him leave a link to their. Let me see here, to their website, where you can go and donate. Well, they don't have a website out there. It's all QR code based.
Yeah.
But you just send a message to this email, this phone number, and they can send you a link on the phone, and you can donate to their cause from your house.
Yeah, or make donations through Marion Baptist Church.
That's the one thing I like about Brother Raid. He doesn't make it hard to give him money. He'll take it wherever you can, however you can give it to him. So, yeah, you can. But now you speak Arabic. I would assume so. You're from Jordan. Would you? Do you have a life verse, brother, or a favorite verse out of the Bible?
It's yeah, but yeah. Do you want me what to?
I want you to quote it for us in Arabic,
In Arabic.
if you can. If not,
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's I love, like I shared today about Second Timothy
Mhm.
2, 2. So it's in Arabic. So Matthew, Second Timothy 2, 1 and 2. It's in Arabic. فتقوى أنت يا ابني بالنعمة وما سمعته مني أودعه أناسا أمناء أكفأ يكونوا أكفأ وما سمعته مني أناسا أمناء أكفأ يكونوا معلمين أيضا.
Amen. That's one thing I enjoy. No matter what language you hear the Bible in, it's the Bible. You just love to hear it. It just sounds so wonderful. Yeah. Now, I think we're about done. I think it's come to a close. And I'm going to miss you. You got to go back to California soon, I'm certain. Any final thoughts, brother?
No, I want just first of all to encourage everyone. Thank you for watching this podcast, and keep us in your prayer, because it's not easy. Of course, when we serve the Lord and we work in His kingdom, we need a lot of prayers. We need a lot of support, encouragement. So keep us in your prayer while we are doing this new mission. Also, just meet with the church, meet with your local church, and we would love to find a way how we can collaborate together to serve and to find ways how we share the gospel with Muslims together. So yeah, this is appreciated.
Brother, it's been great to have
Thank
you.
you.
Love you. Anybody that watches, feel free to like, follow, or subscribe. Uh, give us a. Don't be afraid to leave in the comments one of your stories. I'm certain brother Aid here would love to read y'all's stories. Talk about maybe you have some experience talking with Muslims. Maybe you have some Muslim friends of your own that would you think would love to hear the gospel. Well, that's all for now. Thank you. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you all.